Hello students, welcome to the part 2 of the nutrition, and in the last lecture we have already completed about the mineral salts. In today's lecture we are going to learn about the vitamins. So first, what do you mean by vitamins? The vitamins are the chemical substance which are needed in our body to remain healthy. This vitamins, basically why vitamins are important in our body, because if there is insufficient amount of vitamins in our body, it will help to fight against the disease. You will be protected from any of the diseases, bacteria, anything. If you take it in a sufficient amount. These vitamins have been classified into two parts, that is the fat soluble vitamins and the other one is the water soluble vitamins. This fat soluble vitamins, the fat soluble vitamins are those vitamins which can stay in your body for a longer period of time, whereas this water soluble, see the name itself suggests water solubles. What does that mean? It cannot stay in your body for a longer period of time. It cannot be stored for a longer period of time. Now these fat soluble vitamins are of four types, that is A, D, E, K. And these water soluble vitamins are of two types, that is B and C. B and C. Now see, as I already said, the water soluble vitamins are of two types, that is vitamins B and vitamin C. The fat soluble vitamins are of four types, that is A, D, E, K. Now see, in the section of the vitamins you have to learn a lot. There are many of the things that you have to understand. So I'm just going to give you a shortcut to remember the fat soluble vitamins. See, A, D, E, K, just read in a reverse order. What does that mean? From the bottom to the top, like this. K, E, D, A. What does K, E, D, A stands for? Kida. So if anyone asks you what are the fat soluble vitamins, you can use your shortcut methods, that is Kida, K, E, D, A. See, basically in the water soluble vitamins, this vitamins B, vitamin B has a lot of subsections. What do you mean by that? That vitamin B are of many types, that is vitamin B1, B2, B3, B5, B7, B9. They are of many types. So we are going to study that only. See, so basically these are the water soluble vitamins. See, first we will remember the shortcut and then we are going to learn about the functions of each and every type of those. See, vitamin B1 is there in your syllabus, B2 is there, B3 is there, B5 is there, B6 is there, B11 is there, but in this slide you don't have a B11. B12 and C is there. Biotin and folate is not there. So we have to study. So I'm just going to give a shortcut to you. This is B1, B2, B3, B5, B6. Instead of B7 and B9, I'm going to make it B11. So it becomes very easy for you to understand. See, thymine, riboflavin, niacin, pantothenic acid, pyridoxine, folic acid, cobalamin, and ascorbic acids. These are the names. So I'm just going to give a shortcut. Just take a pen or and notebook with you. So the shortcut is the Ronaldo and Paolo played for Chelsea and Arsenal. See, thymine stands for T, na? So the ribo Ronaldo, A and D end, na? So end stand, so and Paolo. This is again a football player. This Ronaldo and Paolo. Pyridoxine means play. Okay, this means the folic acid. Played for. Cobalamin means Chelsea. Okay, it's a football club. And ascorbic acid means Arsenal. So what is the shortcut? The Ronaldo and Paolo played for Chelsea and Arsenal. So in this way you have to learn. This biotin and folate I already said. This is not there in your syllabus. And vitamin C can be directly learned like an ascorbic acid. Now we are going to learn about some of the, see this page is there in your text, so just open up the text and keep in front of you. So one by one I am going to discuss each and everything. So see, first we are going to talk about the fat soluble vitamins, that is A, D, E, K. Okay, I already given the shortcut to you, that is KIDA. Okay, A, vitamin A is also called as the retinol. Why it is called as a retinol? Because retinol comes from the word retina, and retina, you have might heard this in the eye part, retina. Okay, which helps to see up the objects, this retina. Now if there is a deficiency symptoms of retinol, like vitamin A is not sufficient in your body, where does we get from vitamin A from the fruits we can get, from the vegetables, from the carrot. Okay, during the winter season there is a lot of production of the carrots, so at that period of a time our parents keeps on telling us, okay, have a carrot in your diet, so that it becomes quite very useful for your eyesight. But if a person who does not takes a vitamin in a sufficient amount, that is vitamin A, so what is going to happen? A disease called night blindness. Okay, you have already heard about this term, night blindness, many a time. Okay, night blindness means a person who is unable to see in the during dark means at the night period of a time. Okay, and there is one more problem regarding that, is xerothalmia. What happens in the xerothalmia? There is the dryness of the cornea and ulceration, means the cornea gets very thick and a person is not able to see. Okay, dryness of the cornea can cause the redness of the eye. So these are the problems related to vitamin A. Now we are going to talk about the vitamin D. Vitamin D. Vitamin D is also called as the calciferol. Why it is called as the calciferol? Again, there is something in the name, that is calci. Okay, calci related to calcium only. What is the function of the calcium? I already said in the mineral salts that calcium helps to strengthen up your bones and the teeth. Okay, where we get this calciferol from? Okay, from the fish liver oils, milk, meat, etc. If there is a deficiency, so what happens? Two types of problems can occur if there is a deficiency of a vitamin D in your body, that is the rickets and the osteomalgia. What happens in a rickets? In the rickets occurs in the children only. The rickets conditions are more oftenly seen in the Africa region and the Asia region. Okay, Asia continents. This rickets, in which the bones turns soft because there is a lack of calcium, and the bones are very soft, and due to this the person is not able to balance himself. And second, osteomalgia. Osteomalgia is again related to the calcium only, in which you have seen the ad, that is the osteocalcium. Okay, the osteocalcium means which is related to the bones. Osteo means the bones part. The osteomalgia means the bones become brittle. Suppose this is a bone. Brittle means what? Okay, if any hard object or a normal objects get heated on this, okay, gets heated on this, so the bones can get cracked down. Fracture condition also we can call this. Okay, see, there is a fracture, there is a gap in between this bone. Why there is a gap? Because there is a deficiency of this calciferol. Now we are going to discuss about the next type, that is vitamin E. The vitamin E is called tocopherol. Okay. Vitamin E, you are going to find this vitamin E in meat, milk, okay. And this, out of the box, this vitamin E is also called as the beauty vitamins. Why it is called as the beauty vitamins? Because it helps to maintain up the beauty of the body and helps to maintain up the complexion. Okay, what happens if there is a deficiency of vitamin E? A condition called sterility. Occurs. What does sterility means? Sterility means unable to produce. And in easier terms, unable to produce. What does that means? Unable to produce means not be able to get birth to a young one. Okay, not able to give up birth to the young ones. Now, vitamin K. Vitamin K is called as the phyloquinine. Okay, phyloquinine. This phyloquinine you are going to get mostly in the leafy vegetables, spinach. Okay. The function of this phyloquinine is helps in the clotting of the blood. We have studied this in the calcium as well. Okay, normal clotting of the blood. If any of the deficiency of this vitamin K, it can cause a hemorrhage problem. Okay, what does hemorrhage problem means? It takes a lot of time in clotting. Okay, it takes a lot of time in get clotting. If suppose there is a, suppose this is a skin, and suppose there is a blood which is getting out of the body. Okay, so it keeps on moving continuously, so it takes a lot of time to get a fiber attached to their part. Now we are going to talk about the water soluble vitamins. That is, I have given the shortcut to you. The Ronaldo and Paolo played for Chelsea and Arsenal. Vitamin B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B11, B12. Okay, means 1, 2, 3. There is a gap. Go for 5, 6. Add these two number, it will make 11, and the next number is 12. So you, this way you have to learn. 1, 2, 3, gap, 5, 6. Add these two numbers, becomes 11, and then 12. Now, vitamin B1 is called thiamine. What does that mean? Vitamin B has a lot of subparts. Okay, thiamine. You are going to find out thiamine in egg, liver, okay, whole grains, etc. If there is a deficiency of vitamin B1, so it causes a condition called a beriberi. Okay, beriberi. What is a condition beriberi? See, beriberi, in which the muscles of a person becomes weak. There is a weakness in the body. A person can get paralyzed. Paralyzed means the left side of the body stops running. Okay, paralyzed condition. Or there is a change of the nerves also. The muscles of the brain does not able to catch up the commands. Okay, or you can call it as a mental disorders also, this beriberi. Now we are going to talk about the B2, that is the riboflavin. You are going to find this in egg, liver, milk, etc. What is the deficiency symptoms of this? See, here basically the lips may crack. Okay, you have seen this part during the month of winters and all. The lips get cracked. Okay, there is inflammation of the tongue, like the tongues get bit swell up, and there is an irritation in eyes. Okay, irritation in eyes, and the skin related disease can cause. Skin related disease means there is a loss of the pigmentation. Okay, the some of the patches get white. Now we are going to talk about the third, that is the B3, that is the niacin. Again, milk, egg, you are going to find it. It causes a problem called a pellagra. You can see out here, pellagra. And dermatitis problem. What do you mean by dermatitis problems? Dermatitis means here there is a skin problems. Okay, skin problems. The part of the skin get patchy. Suppose this is in hand. Okay, here you are going to see a skin color, but here you are going to see the white patches. Okay, you have seen this in the humans. Okay, this is due to the problems of the P3. It also called as a loss of memory. You have seen this Gajini picture. Okay, there is a problem of a loss of memory. This problem, loss of memory, is called dementia. This is not there in your textbook. And the person suffer with diarrhea. So in pellagra, 3 conditions you have to remember. What are the 3 conditions? That is dermatitis, D. Okay, there is diarrhea. Diarrhea means the loose motion. Okay, and dementia. All of them starts with D. So I am going to call as D3. D3 problems. Now we are going to move toward the next, that is vitamin B5. Vitamin B5 is called pantothenic acid. Why it is called pantothenic? Because if you have heard this word pentagon in 8th standard, there is a shape. What does that mean? Pentagon means like this. See, 1 side, 2 side, 3 side, 4, 5. This is a pentagon shape. So that is why, and it is B5, na? So this 5 is called pentagon, na? So pantothenic acids. Here there is no problem. There is a fatigue in the body, means the tiredness and the loss of coordinations. Then comes B6, that is pyridoxine. Again, here there is screen related problems. Okay, and nerve disorders. What does that mean? As I said, the muscles of the brain does not unable to take up the command from the body. Then the vitamin B11 is called the folic acid. Vitamin B11 is called the folic acid. It causes a problem that is called the anemia. Okay, anemia means a condition in which there is a deficient amount of RBCs. What is the function of this RBCs? The function of this red blood cell is to transport blood to each and every part of the body. Okay, if suppose a person who is suffering from anemia will have a lesser amount of RBCs, and as a person has the lesser amount of the RBCs, the person will feel tired and extremely weakness, because there is no production of the blood to that part of the body. Now we are going to move to the next, that is vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is called cobalamin. Okay, again it causes a problem that is called the pernicious anemia. Again, the anemia and the pernicious anemia. What is the difference between a pernicious anemia? Suppose this is a esophagus and this is your stomach region. In this stomach region, this lining, okay, there is a lining out here. If the linings of the stomachs are quite weak, okay, so it won't be able to absorb the vitamin B12, like liver, meats, milk. It won't be able to absorb this B12. And when a person is unable to absorb this B12, so it causes a problem called the pernicious anemia. Again, it's a kind of anemia only. There isn't. And here in B12 problems, this is then gastrointestinal disturbance. Why it is called? Because this stomach part is called the gastrointestinal part, okay, which is not able to absorb this B12, and there is a degeneration of the spinal cord. The muscles of the brain and the spinal cord doesn't function perfectly, and because of this the person is unable to balance up himself, and the muscles of that person becomes very weak because a less amount of reflexes will happen inside his body. Now vitamin C. Vitamin C is called the ascorbic acid. It causes a problem called the scurvy. See, vitamin C, the main rich source are very important. It is formed in the citrus fruits. What does that mean? Citrus fruits means the fruits which are sour in taste. The fruits which are sour in taste, that is lemon, orange, grapefruits, tomatoes. Okay. This is a scurvy. Scurvy is a condition in which the teeth can be get easily loosened. Why? Because a person is often suffering with the bleeding gums. Right now I'm going to show up each and every part. We'll try. See, this is a pellagra problem. As I said, this is a pellagra person. We can see there is a skin lesions. Okay. Dermatitis problem. Dermatitis means the skin related problems, and the skin are getting inflamed. Inflamed means get bit swelled. This is anemia. See, if you notice one thing, this is a normal hand in which there is a high amount of RBCs, but in the case of the anemia you can see there are very little amount of RBCs. See this and see this part. There is a lot amount of RBCs and there is a little amount of RBCs in the cases of the anemia, and because of this you can see the skin color in both the cases. In both the cases the skin color is quite red, and here in the case of the anemia it is quite skinny. Okay, it is quite skinny, means the whitish color. Why? Because there is no supply of the RBC, so that is why it is bit skinny. Now a beriberi condition also I said. Okay, beriberi condition you can see out here. Beriberi is a condition, it's an inflammatory, and the muscles become weak. This is a problem related to scurvy, that is vitamin C. What happens in the scurvy? We can see the gums. Okay, there is a loss of blood from the gums part, and because of this the teeth also get loosened and can get easily removed up. Now we are going to move to the new slide, that is why water is considered as an important constituent of our diet. Because our body is made up of 2/3 of our body is made up of water. 2/3 of the body is made up of water, and this water is an excellent solvent. Okay, we have heard about this part. Why water is considered as an excellent solvent in chemistry? Because it helps to get easily it makes the things easily soluble, so that is why it is called as the excellent solvent. Okay, it helps in the maintenance of the body temperature. How? See, whenever we go out and do any of the physical work, so at that period of a time we sweat. So that sweat means the body is balancing of the temperature inside and outside. Okay, why? Because see, if the body temperature gets high, so at that period of a time the person is feel dizzy. Okay, he is not comfortable, he can feel ill. So the person should not feel ill and he should be perfectly comfortable with all the conditions. So that is why we sweat. So sweating is a good thing, and we should drink a sufficient amount of water. It helps in the transportation of digestive foods. Okay, see, even our blood has that liquid part. Okay, again it helps to maintain up that, it helps to function in the transportation of the digested food and oxygen throughout the body. Role of cellulose. Cellulose constitutes the roughage in our diet. What does that mean? See, we have studied about the plant cell. The outer part of the plant cell is called the cell wall, and that cell wall is made up of cellulose. This cellulose is the nothing but the roughage. Okay, it's a constituent of the roughage. Constituent means it's a part of the roughage. This roughage is the indigestible portion of the diet. Okay, we have often heard about this part that our parents always keeps on telling to have a lot of green leafy vegetables and fruit in our diet. Why they tell us? Because these leafy vegetables and fruits contain a lot of cellulose, and because of this our digestive tract become perfect, and we can easily digest up the food, and because of this there is no problem such as constipation. Okay, so this cellulose is very important. Now, balanced diet. What do you mean by balanced diet? Balanced diet is one which has all the principal constituents of food in proper quantity. Here the principal constituents means carbs, fats, proteins, vitamins, mineral salt, water. This constituents of food in proper quantity. We should not take too much of protein, or we should not take less amount of carbohydrate. We should take each and every nutrients in the proper amount. Calorie requirement. If you have seen any of the product and you have seen the ingredients which are written on the back side, so you will always notice this word kcal. What does this kcal means? Kcal means kilocalorie. Kilocalorie. But in the products you are going to see this word cal, cal. Cal means the calories. Suppose I am taking up any of the product, like suppose I am taking Bonvita. Suppose I take and see on the back side of the wrapper, so there are some of the ingredient. In that ingredient there are the various nutrients like carbohydrates, proteins, and they have been written like this. Suppose this is a protein and it has been written 2 cal. Carbohydrates 5 cal. Okay, so this cal is nothing but the measuring unit. Okay, it is nothing but the measuring unit. It helps to know how how much energy is there inside this food. So this is very important. Different people require different amount of the calories. Who required most of the energy? An laborer, an adult laborer. Why an adult laborer needs a more amount of energy? This is a give reason, and it has been asked in many of the school exams as well. An adult laborer needs more amount of kilocalorie. Why? Because and labor does a lot of physical work. So a person who does a lot of physical work, definitely he will be eating more. So if he will be eating more, so that means his body needs a lot amount of energy so that he can work that hard. Okay, and who required a less amount of energy? That is a child about the 6 years, because they doesn't do any of the physical work as well as the mental work also. About the age of 6 years they are quite chilled out, so that is why they don't need any high amount of energy. Malnutrition. What do you mean by malnutrition? Malnutrition means a deficient amount of diet. It is a condition in which a person suffers due to lack or deficiency of one or more essential elements of the food. So we have studied this chapter in detail, and we came to the conclusion that if there is a deficiency of a protein, kwashiorkor and marasmus can happen. If there is a problems of any of the mineral salt, then any of the problems can get occur. We have discussed about the vitamins as well. We have discussed about each and every nutrient in detail. So this shows that if any of one of the nutrients, see there are 6 of the essential nutrients, and out of this 6, if one also a person is lacking, if in any of the nutrient he is lacking, the person is going to suffer from the malnutrition, that his body is not going to function properly, and the person will feel weak as well. So thank you student, this was all about the nutrition, and this was the part 2.